Now listen here, I was a George of the Jungle kid. Brenden Fraser was like a superstar for me when I was a little kid. He was everywhere on my VHS tapes. The Mummy, Dudley Do-Right, and of course George of the Jungle. When I dressed up as George, ran around the house, and acted like him. I love Brenden Fraser, and after all the viral videos of cheering him on and all the talk of this performance, I sat down in the theater tonight and I totally forgot. The guy that made this movie directed this movie, and I was like, oh boy. The Whale stars Brenden Fraser and Sadie Sink and is about a reclusive English teacher attempts to reconnect with his estranged teenage daughter. From director Darren Aronofsky, who has given us very polarizing movies like Mother, Black Swan, Requiem for the Dream, but now we have The Whale, and after seeing months of just that one image of Brenden Fraser online and everyone talking about him, I finally got to see this freaking movie, and I can just say it, you might go ahead and give him the award because Brenden Fraser is back. He is back, and he has delivered one of the greatest performances of his entire career, probably his best. I mean, he is absolutely tremendous in this movie. Heartbreaking, very vulnerable, and such a character that you can see as a monster, as a whale in this movie, but it's all about the inner part of his character because he's an English teacher. No one can see him online when he does his English classes. His pizza delivery guy doesn't see him. They do their own little system with paying the money and all that kind of stuff. And seeing his daughter come back to him and him having to basically teach her and tell her, hey, there's not a lot of time left. I need to reconnect with you. You have this essay to do, and you're going to do this essay, and the whole movie is set in this one apartment. And Darren Aronofsky's direction is honestly perfect for this movie. It's nothing crazy like his previous movies, but it's very simple. The shots are very much just straightforward. There's no holding back. And the dialogue and the acting feels real in this movie, and that's great blocking, great directing, and just great cinematography. Everything technical in this movie really works for this one apartment, and it never felt stale enough because people are always coming in and out of the apartment. There's always a conversation going on that kept you intrigued, but I will say for a 2-hour movie, the pacing's there, it gets a little slow in parts, it's very much a depressing movie, so you're sitting there watching, you're like, man, I'm depressed. But I will say, Sadie Sink, and sorry if I say this wrong, but Chau, these two performers, honestly, they could either get a Best Supporting Actress nominee because Sadie Sink is his daughter. I mean, Brenden Fraser's always giving award-winning performance already. She levels up with him. Sadie Sink is fantastic in this movie. She is so good in this movie. And then obviously, again, if I say it wrong, sorry, Chau as this nurse lady that comes and helps him. This very nice person to him, but very real person to him. Great conversations, which all leads to character development, these background stories, and why he's like this. It's so depressing to watch, and for 2 hours, it's a movie I'm not going to revisit for a while, because the last 5 minutes, I mean, tears down the face, and I was like, Brenden Fraser, just, here's the award, man, like, damn, like, this ending, it hit me. I drove home depressed. This is a movie that I'm glad I finally got to see. It's not a movie I want to revisit anytime soon, because it's a depressing movie, and like I said, it's slowly paced, it's almost 2 hours long, it's all set in this one location, but I will say, Brenden Fraser's performance, he is the reason to watch this movie. He has moments in this movie that shook me, and like I said, the last 10 minutes broke me. It's because of him and Sadie Sink, but him alone, I mean, what a movie, what a performance, and it's just honestly a movie I would say might get him that award. I will give The Whale a B. Like, it is becoming a tight race this award season with him being the front runner, Austin Butler as Elvis, and then you can't figure out Colin Farrell and Banshees. But right now, I might have just to say Brenden Fraser, and I love saying it because, like I said, I grew up with him. He is a superstar in my eyes back then, and making his return after such a hard life he's gone through the last 15 years, it would make me really happy to see him get it, but we're just going to have to wait and see. And let me know if you've seen this movie and what did you think about it. And if you guys enjoyed this review, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.